Hello everyone, Katobi here. Thank you very much for joining me for today's painting video. I hope you're doing well. Today I am going to be doing another funnel pour? Funnel pour? Can you call it a funnel pour? Yeah, let's call it a funnel pour. I normally like to keep using the same gloves until they get holes in them, but with yesterday's painting, or sorry, last week's painting, I got a lot of red all over the gloves, and I just didn't want to put any red anywhere there shouldn't be red, basically. So yeah, new gloves today. I was considering doing this as a cup pour, but I am going to go with the funnel, and yeah, that's the decision that's been made. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down white paint first. It's just my normal white base, but today we have a bit of a difference. So we've got red, yellow and blue. That's right, the primary colors. They are standard in the way that the red is my custom recording red, so multiple colors of red, but just red paint and my pouring medium. We have the sunflower, which I've thickened up, and that's where I grabbed the sunflower, crammed it in there. We've got ultramarine blue. No, it's not full of dolphins, just in case anybody was a little confused with that. So, in this mixture, I have titanium white, some of my base white with the pouring medium. We have the world's whitest white, so white 2.0 from Stuart's good old company, link in the description. And we've got also a little bit of glow in the dark, so it glows a little bit. That's right, we've got the world's most glow in the dark powder, also link in the description, where you can get that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flood the canvas, and then I'm going to do the pour. And the pour is going to take up a lot of the canvas, so I really don't need to put much on for the flood. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm not going to flood the canvas to start off with, not properly. I'm just going to do a little puddle in the middle to help everything spread, and that's it. But before I do, I've just got to do this. I dripped on the table. Next time I do one of these, I should try and do it with my left hand for giggles. Okay, that is done. Not the best. I'm not really happy with that one, but we'll get there. All right, so a little bit of flood just to help everything move along. A very little bit. Let's get rid of that bubble. Don't be stubborn, bubble. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit different than normal. Just get out my stirrer. Oh, should have put that in there. Oopsie. Okay, so we'll start off with... You gonna sit there for me? Yes. We'll start off with red, yellow, then blue. So red, yellow, then blue. But we're going to mix it up a little bit. So red first. Yep. Then white. I'll let that hit the middle. Stir it up a little bit. Yep. Beautiful. Then yellow. Try and layer these ones a little bit. This is going to be using a bit more paint than the last. Oops, probably need that lid off still. Than the last one of the funnel pours I did. Around the outside. Let that mix a little bit. Awesome. So yeah, this will glow a little bit, which will be lovely. Now I made the blue a little thicker, so it should sit on top nicely. Again, I got this idea from Gina DeLuca. Thank you very much, Gina, for coming up with such a fascinating way of doing a paw. I've changed it up just a little bit to suit my own desire. Go all the rest of this. Okay, this is going to be a lot of paint. Oh, some of it's already coming out. Oh, and it's looking very pretty. Glad I put that base of white down. Just holding here, letting it all come out. There we go, and that can go over there. Alright, let's pour out some more white just to help everything flow off the canvas. Oop, bit of overspill there, that's okay. I think I need too much help down the bottom there. Alrighty. Let's stretch this out. Actually, I might give it a bit of a torching first. Stuff's happening though. That's lovely. I like this. Oops, I locked it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave this for a moment before I touch it, so we'll just wait for it to develop a little bit. While we do, actually it looks like a wormhole. Galaxy, wormhole, planet. While I wait for this, I just want to say thank you for watching these videos. I've enjoyed seeing your comments, the support. It's been absolutely amazing. I am still very much on the start of this beautiful journey of doing paintings. So I appreciate you coming along for the journey as I learn, and hopefully I'm providing you with some learning too and some sort of greater benefit to your creative journey, whether it be painting or just experimentation in general. I do want to say, if you want to support the channel further, check in the description link. In the description there will be a link to buy me a coffee, so you can buy me a paintbrush. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. There are actually other links down there, so check that out. There's a Linktree link which links to all my other stuff, and of course if you want to buy my awesome merch, there are links for that also. Okay, I see some stuff really coming up. That looks very much like a galaxy. That is very, very pretty. All right, let's start pouring it. We're going to go this way first. Once that white starts to go off, we'll stop. Bring it back to the center. That looks like a planet in the center. This is going to be gorgeous. Okay, push up. Not quite happy with the layer there. I'm going to push off some more of this white. There we go. We'll go along the bottom. Along the bottom. Get some more of that off. Excellent. Back to the center, back to the center, back to the center, back to the center. Okay, leave it there for a moment. Give it time for it to all stretch out a bit. Give it another torch. Stretching back over to this side. There we go. Traveling along to the top. Before I get there, I'm going to come down, back up, There we go. And along that edge and off the side. Just trying to get the paint now to go to the center. It's a little bit off center. I had to pour off this corner a little bit more than I would like to have. Just looking at how I want all these paints to sit. I'll have a link for Gina DeLuca's channel too in the description. You really should check her out. She's very creative. She does music and art. She also has inspiration cards. I'll put a link in the description to those. Of course, they are affiliate links, so if you do use those links to make a purchase, it does help out the channel, but it costs you nothing extra, no extra charge to you. Okay, I'm just going to give it a wobble. I don't see a lot of people doing the wobble. If you get it right, you can see where all your paints are, which is lovely. But you can also help to create sort of like curves, a bit more of a texture. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is a pretty bizarre picture. It definitely feels like you're looking at a planet through a portal, and maybe more planets are being sucked in, or maybe the planet's being sucked out. I don't know, just, whew. That is a pretty intense picture. I'm going to give it a torching. Now this one will definitely change while it sits. I'm expecting that. Awesome, that's gorgeous. All right, let me bring you in for a close-up. And the next time you see this, it'll be dry. And then after that, it'll be lacquered. I appreciate you watching till this part of the video. I hope you enjoy the next part as well. Thank you for all your comments. The next video I am really looking forward to doing. It's a concept I've wanted to do for a little bit. Maybe similar to this, but also slightly different in its own right. Alright, I'll see you in a moment. I thought the red jumper was appropriate for today's video too. There is a lot of red in this one. In fact, the red was so bold that it has actually stained the back of the canvas. I'll turn around just before we finish the conversation. Have you noticed too, there's a new icon, a conversation icon. That's right, I made art digitally. Anyways, so this is wow. This is just wow. It kind of feels like space-time is being ripped apart. To me, that's what I get from it. There's like a massive center of gravity, or the portal shooting everything out, and this is all that matter getting squirted out. Could also be like a bath, you know, like a plug. But that feels very Earth-like in that spot. And so here, like, you know, foresty and plains. It's wonderful. It also just looks like a galaxy. A lot of my art, I think, will just look like galaxies. But maybe I just don't have a great imagination. You all seem to have amazing imaginations. I am loving the things that you see in this abstract artwork. So please comment, tell me exactly what you see. The most outlandish, the better. But, you know, be for reals. Don't be like, oh, I see Justin Bieber riding a motorcycle while he's being chased by a pack of sharks. But if you see that, OMG. Yeah, I love it. I really do enjoy this one. It was awesome to make, and I forgot that I made it glow in the dark. It actually glows in the dark. Once your eyes adjust, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I love it. So I'll spin it around so you can see what it looks like at the back. But yeah, I sort of also get like a meteorite sort of feel too. It's just, it's wonderful. Either which way, no matter what you see in it, you can't deny how pretty it is. Let's have a look at the back. See? That's how strong the red is. So remember we did a ring pour? Yeah, I was surprised when I turned around and that was the outcome. I was very shocked. Are you going to sit there for me? Awesome. Let me turn it around for you. Let's have a look at a couple of different ways of looking at it. After this, you'll get to see it. Oh, okay. You'll get to see it as the flyover. So keep on watching if you like the flyovers. Just between you and I am looking at doing a just flyover channel. So look forward to that. I love it. I can look at it any sort of way. Do you know, I see a jellyfish! Jellyfish! That is the jellyfish. That's its little jellyfish arms. And that would be like the top of the water, like it's swimming upwards. So that would be like kale. Kale? Is that what you get underneath the water? Sea kale? Is that right? I'm not a biologist. I'm not a marine biologist. I'm not a cat. Anyway, yeah, wow. I love it. I love it. Thank you for watching.